Hey everyone, welcome to our CSS course. Now in this video we are going to just start with basic introduction of what is CSS. Now CSS fondly like it is the short form of cascading style sheets. Now it is a simple design language intended to simplify the process of making web pages presentable. Now CSS handle the look and feel part of a web page. Like if you are using HTML to give them a beautiful look, a wonderful, like you have to give them a nice texture and make it cool, you have to use CSS. Using CSS you can control the color of the text, style of fonts, the spacing between paragraphs and a lot more stuff. Now CSS is easy to learn and understand, but it provides powerful control over the presentation of an HTML document. Most commonly CSS is combined with the markup languages like we have seen HTML and XHTML. Now what are the advantages of CSS? Now CSS saves times, like you can write CSS once and they can be reusable in same sheet in multiple HTML pages. Now CSS pages also loads faster and they are easily maintainable and they are superior styles to HTML. Now CSS are also compatible in multiple devices like your laptop, your smartphone, your iPads, whatever. So this is the purpose of CSS. Now in this module we are going to learn all about CSS and let's get started. So I am using here a Visual Studio Code editor for writing our HTML and CSS files. Now you can use anyone like Sublime Text, or you can also make use of Notepad, Notepad++, it's on your choice. Now I have already created a folder over here. You can just do by starting by creating a folder here and then adding it to Visual Studio Code. Now first I'm going to create a file here, that is a first.html, and I'm going to open that file. Now before that I want to recommend you an extension which we are going to use is that live server. You can head to the extension section and then you can search for live server, and at there you can find out this real quick extension, that is live server by Ritwik Day. You can install that and I'll show you how it works. Now first of all what I'll do is close this and we are going to write our HTML code. Now for that, to make our work easier, you just have to enter exclamation mark and then you have to just hit enter. That will automatically type your code for HTML. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna see three methods of how you can do CSS. Now in this very first part we're just going to print hello world. Now for that we are going to use the h1 tag of HTML and then hello world. Now let me show you how the live server works. Now in your HTML file, just right click and click on the open with live server. Now what it will do, it will keep running your file continuously like in runtime, like other programming languages. Now if you write something here, hey, it will automatically load over here. So that's the benefit of it. So just you don't have to go to the file again and again and open it, save it. So you just have to hit Ctrl S and you can see the changes over here. Now let me close this for a while. Now what we can do is we can write an inline CSS, that is we can write the CSS in this itself. CSS is like giving a beautiful look, or you can say texture. You can edit the text, color to the file. Now just I'm going to write here style, and inside this I'm going to write color and then red. So after doing this, I'm just going to save the file and open it with live server. Now you can see our hello world got printed in red. So this is how you can give color in HTML page using the CSS. So this is the wrong method of doing CSS. It's not a good practice of doing CSS code. So what we're going to do, this is the first method, you can write it, and we are going to see the second method, that is internal CSS. Now for that you just have to add your style, a style tag, and then you just have to enter the type and then you're going to write it's the text or CSS, and then we're just going to close it. And inside this style we are going to write h1, which is going to refer to this code in the body, and then inside, okay, and then inside this we are going to write color is red. Okay, let me just change the color blue and just save the file. Now again open it with live server. You can see we got our color is equal to blue. So this is how you can do an internal CSS in HTML page. But this is also not a good practice of CSS, as you cannot use this code in other files. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another file over here, and we are going to name it as, let's name it as style, and then CSS, style.css. Now what we're going to do is we're going to link, okay, let me just erase this, and we are going to erase this part of the code, and we are going to write the CSS part here. Now just like in the previous section, we are going to write h1, and then we are going to write a color is equal to, you can write aqua, anything you want, and then we are going to link this file in this HTML page. So this is basically the external CSS, and it's the basic standard practice. Now in this video we are going to write like link, and then inside it is equal to text. Now we are going to write here rel, that is we are going to reference it, and then we are going to write a style sheet, that means it's our CSS file, and then we are going to write here type is equal to text CSS, and then we are going to give the link of our file, and then this href is used to give the reference of this style, and this rel is used to find out that this is our style sheet, that is our cascading style sheet. Now in this reference we are going to give the name of our file, that is style CSS, and then we are going to close this link. Now what we're gonna do is just save this file, and then make sure we run it with live server. Now you can see our hello world got printed in aqua. Now you can just make changes over here, like you can make it purple, or you can make it violet, and you can see the changes live here. So that's the feature of live server, so you can make use of it very enough. So this is how you can use CSS, and you can declare it using these three methods, and we are going to do the external CSS method because it's quite simple and it's widely used over most of the software development companies, and it's the smart practice. So that's all for this video guys, see you in the next video.